So let's see. Asuka's top 10 for sure, definitely. So we got Asuka, Hwarang. Jury's out on June, so I'm gonna keep her out of there for a bit. King, maybe Kuma, I don't know yet though. So Lars, maybe Law, Leo for sure. You could argue Shaheen, he's pretty fucking good. Steve for sure. Oh, Chaoyu's fucked. Zalfine is pretty good, but I don't think she's top 10. Lydia, Clive. So, Clive, Lydia, that's 1, 2, 3 for Steve. You know what, fuck it, let's order this shit. So, number 1 is Lars. Number 2 is King. Number 3 is Leo. Trying to think. 1 is Lars, 2 is King, 3 is Leo, 4 I'd say is Clive. 5, fuck, you know what? Lydia might be top 5, man. She doesn't let you play the game at all. Lydia is so much stronger now. She does not let you play Tekken. She's got improved homing moves, better tracking. Her health sweep is now minus 14 on block, not minus 16. 442 is plus on block and is one of the best advancing tools in the game. Heat Engager is plus 9. Heat Dash is still plus 5. Yeah, fuck, dude. I don't know. Shaheen is probably up there, too. Okay, well, I'm going to put Lydia in top 5 as a placeholder for now. And then the rest of them I'd say Asuka, Hwarang, Steve, Lars, Leo, King, Clive, Steve. You could put Steve in there, or you could put Lydia in there. I think it's pretty definitive the top 4, though. Lars, Leo, King, Clive. Like, those are definitively top 4. We can at least assess that. For now. Like, I'm struggling to even find a top 10. Law's top 10? Reina? No. She's too hard to use. I can't put her up in the top 10. She's very fucking strong, and she's the most busted Mishima. Brian? No, I wouldn't put Brian up there either. He doesn't have the same impact that he did in Season 1, I think. Brian has got... his most egregious tools got nerfed, and even his new hatchet kick got nerfed. I think Brian is at a pretty decent spot right now. The only thing they should look at now is turning his... taking the taunt damage down, like tuning it down to scale damage, like it was in the beginning. So yeah, Lars, Leo, King, Clive. And then the 5th best, I'm going to put Lydia there, and then Steve is number 6. Number 7 will do Law, 8 is Hwarang, 9 is Asuka, and then I'm going to put Shaheen in the top 10 as well, because holy fuck, Shaheen is nuts. But that's my top 10. I'm not going to list anybody else, because I just don't know. So many characters I have so little experience against in Season 2. Haven't fought too many Alicas. Fought a few Azucenas today, but not too many. I've barely fought any Claudios. Nobody's playing Claudio where I am. Not too many Brians, but like a decent amount, but it seems like he's less popular now. Devil Jin's a lot more popular now. Fought a fuck ton of him. He's arguably the best Mishima now, but he's still, you know, I wouldn't say he's top tier. Where do you think Jin stands after the nerfs? I think he might be in a good place now. Yeah, Jin doesn't seem too bad. Obviously, the thing that I have an issue with Jin is his heat smash still. It's still ridiculous. There is no reason any character in this fucking game should have a wall splatting heat smash. Wall break? Fine. Floor break, floor blast? Fine. Wall splat for a full combo? Fuck that. Why? One button and you kill them? That's stupid. And it's majorly plus on block too, so it's just you win no matter what just for pressing one fucking button. Plus it's 15 frames and it tracks reasonably well. Like Jin, that's the last thing that needs to go on him, and then he'll be in a reasonable spot. Right now, that's still too much. So Jin is still pretty fucked right now. I think he's still pretty busted for that reason. You can't have a wall splatting heat smash and say you're in a good spot in this game. Not everything about Tekken is frame traps. Have you played Season 2? Have you fucking played Season 2? Not everything is about frame traps in Tekken. Turn your console on and play some Season 2 ranked and see if you still feel that way. Fuck right off. Yes, it's all about frame traps in this fucking game, man. It's not even frame traps, it's just frame freezing. You know, you're freezing them in fucking place for the longest time. Because you're just plus frame into plus frame. Like, how many transitions today were there that I was like -9 into -6 into -6 into -5 into -9? Like, how many fucking times? Crazy. With no chance of sidestepping anything. Unless I wanted to risk getting killed. Like, it's insane, man. Should either not wall splat or not be homing at the very least. Heihachi has a wall splatting heat smash and I feel like it's fine because it's linear. No, I disagree, man. I don't think wall splatting heat smashes are good for the game. Heihachi's included. I am a Heihachi player. He's my second favorite character. I don't want him to have a wall splatting heat smash because it breaks the game. You're pressing one button, okay? And then you get all this reward, whether it's on block and you get a mix-up, or it's on hit and you get a full combo. That's not fucking fair. When I get my heat smash off against somebody and I wall splat them and then I combo them to death, yeah, I won. But I don't feel good about winning because I just won using a bullshit mechanic that shouldn't even be in the fucking game. Steve is your worst matchup as Kazuya, always losing 90% of the time. Well, Steve is the worst matchup Kazuya can have. Steve players eat Kazuya for breakfast. And that was before he became one of the most broken characters in the game. Now, it's like you're fighting a fucking steamroller with your hands tied behind the back if you're fighting Steve with Kazuya. It's impossible, man. He's such a bullshit character this season. Foxfire is plus 11 on block. Oh, God. And forces... Like, you go into flicker stance. My God, man. Foxfire's more plus than a heat engager now? Yeah, dude, it is. Steve's Lionheart stance is broken as hell. Well, the fact that he dodges everything. You just... Over here. Fucking fire. Bitch! All I did was jab check, and now I'm fucking dead? Like, Jesus Christ. What would happen if they just eliminate plus frames on block for everything? Well, no, that's because frame traps still should exist in this game, right? Do we need Rage Art? Shouldn't it be out? They should take the input out, infuriating. Yeah, that's the problem with Rage Art. Rage Art needs to be just the one button input. Like, I have my Rage Art set to this, just L3. L3 is Rage Art. Why the fuck do I need down forward 1+2 as well? I don't need that one. Get that the fuck out of here. It keeps making me, like, every time I misinput my patricide fist, I get Rage Art, and then I just die, because, what, my fucking thumb was screwed up for a couple of seconds, or you can't buffer the inputs for patricide, so when you go for a patricide and it just doesn't read the inputs, maybe there's a lag spike or whatever the fuck. That's the worst part, is whenever there's a lag spike, you try to input patricide, but the lag spike covers your input, so you don't get to fucking input that. It only reads your last little bit of the inputs, which is the Rage Art input, and then you just die. That happened to me multiple times today on stream. Like, my fucking God. That shit needs to go. Fuck that Rage Art input. It's damn right, man. It's trash. How many times did I do that today? It's crazy how many times I did that. I accidentally put the Rage Art input. I must have done it, like, fucking 20 times today. I'm not even exaggerating. That's probably pretty fucking accurate of a guess. 20 times I probably did that today. Totally unintentional. Maybe I just need to clean up my inputs. Maybe I just need to get good, son. But 20 fucking times? It's not just me sucking ass. That's a problem with the input. Shouldn't exist in the game. The issue with frame traps are usually frame traps involve a low, which is risky because you can low parry lows into big damage, or you block the low, and every single low is punishable on block. So you're always risking something when you throw out a low, right? Whereas when you throw out a mid, typically the counterplay to a mid that was plus on block is it's linear. You know, like Kazuya's Patricide Fist. It's +5 on block and it does pretty decent chip damage. But if you sidestep it to either direction, you kill Kazuya, right? That's the trade-off. Same with forward 4. Very linear kick for Kazuya, even though it's +4 and forces crouch. Linear while running moves are plus, which you could sidestep, or lows that you could punish no matter what if you blocked them, right? Or you could sidestep a lot of the lows too. There was multiple types of counterplay to moves that are plus on block. Now there's zero counterplay to plus frame moves. The counterplay is interrupt. Jab interrupt on a lot of moves. Or power crush on a lot of moves. That's the counterplay. Power crush, so take some damage. Or jab interrupt and put yourself at risk. Potentially put yourself in major harm's way. Because they want you to press a button. That is bullshit. You shouldn't have to put yourself at risk to defend. And being aggressive as a form of defense is the most dumbass, asinine way of playing a fucking fighting game. To be aggressive when you want to be defensive, that's your defense, just jab check? Fuck off with that. That's not defense, that's being aggressively defensive. The thing is risk versus reward. There's no risk to using a heat smash. Exactly. There is no risk because a lot of them track both directions, so you can't sidestep either direction. But all of them are plus on block. And if they connect, they deal big fucking damage. What's the risk there? Why? Why is that? There should be some kind of a payoff for the defender. They just don't give a shit about this fucking game. And they don't give a fuck about the feedback we've been giving for the past year that's been the exact same fucking feedback. Fix the plus frames, buff the movement. You fix the movement and buff that, but then you increase the plus frames. Kazuya's heat smash is not as good as the rest. Well, all low heat smashes are shit, except for the ones that are brand new because we keep forgetting they exist. Like Shaheen's heat smash got changed to the low, that he just does in neutral now. Totally forgot that he has that low heat smash now. Why did they switch that up this season? It's so stupid. Yeah, they made the game for the casuals, and casuals don't even like it. Yeah, it's just too much. No casual wants to just sit there fucking blocking all day. They want to press buttons, but how are they going to press any fucking buttons if all they're doing is eating shit the whole time, because everything's plus? They don't get a turn? Sweet. Yeah, that's going to really love... The casual's going to love the shit out of this game. Love playing Tekken by myself. Dude, that happened today, Lamau, bro. I'll sidestep the start of a string and bro will do a 110-degree turn. What character was it today that happened with today? I was behind them. I sidewalked them perfectly. Got behind them. And they just pressed a button. Did a full 180-degree turn and smoked my ass. Was it Lars? It might have been. Yeah, it was probably Lars. Yeah, you're right. That was it. It was totally Lars. Oh my god, man. Of all the characters, too, he's currently top 1 best in the fucking game. And he's got that ability. So he just presses a button. He doesn't have to press the back button and then put himself back into neutral and then guard because it takes 5 frames to turn around. No, he can just press a button and aggressively turn around. And guess what? It's a power crush, too. So if I try to fucking hit him, his armor just absorbs me and it fucking kills me. When all I'm trying to do is capitalize on the fact that I just correctly sidewalked one of his fucking moves, got his back. Now I'm supposed to collect my reward, which is my decent back turn punish, and he just says fuck you to that. So, man, like, this is ass. This game is ass. Arslan's playing Lars now. Yeah, it goes to show exactly how strong Lars is now. It's fucked. Yeah, I don't understand why people think dumbing down the characters will attract casuals. It just makes everything more frustrating. Yeah, because the players that were here before the casuals jumped in on Tekken 8. Everybody that was here before Tekken 8 came out. The legacy players We love this game because the characters are so unique and they're so interesting and everything. Like every time you play a different character, it's like you're playing a completely different game. That's what's so beautiful about Tekken. Well, like technically, most of the time, not now, but before when Tekken was awesome. I'd play Kazuya, and then it would, it would be great. And then I'd switch over to Heihachi, and it's like I'm playing a totally different game. I still have that familiarity aspect. I'm still playing Tekken, but I get to do different things and be and explore different avenues. And my character now has better movement, so I can try stepping out of the way of certain attacks that Kazuya can't step out of the way from. Or, I can't wave dash pressure with this character, so he doesn't really have that good of a 50-50 mix-up. So what do? I gotta retrain my brain to adapt a different game style. I'm used to the defensive, create a whiff punish opportunity and electric that shit style of play. But when I switch to I don't know, I love fucking around with Raven. Raven's awesome. I love fucking around with Zafina too. Zafina's sick. I really enjoy Zafina. I would have enjoyed playing Steve, but now I'm not going to touch that shit. I love Steve. I might pick him up again once they nerf the shit out of him, but he's just too good. He's just not interesting right now. Who else do I enjoy? I love Reina, obviously, but she's a Mishima. And I was actually thinking about picking up Lydia. I wanted to pick up Lydia because I struggle with the Lydia matchup a lot of the time. And now it's like, why would I do that? Every single win I get with Lydia is just going to be free for the taking because she is so strong right now and nobody knows the matchup. That is a 1-2 punch. Like, you're getting Tekken King to Tekken God for free just for playing that character. Just because that's the thing. No one knows the matchup and she's very strong. The fuck? Don't be stubborn, bro. Play some Steve. Surrender. Fuck that shit. I'm down with not ever doing that. Not in this patch. Not with the way this fucking patch is. Jesus, ass and tits. Lars also jumping over me while trying some crouch dash moves is bullshit. Dude, Lars jumps over the neutral all the time, man. He's the new Akuma. It's crazy. That character, between the side-switching bullshit that he has built into his repertoire, he can jump over shit, he can go under mids. If you time the mid just perfectly, you actually can get Lars to go right under the fucking mid with the silent entry stance. Silent entry 2. It's difficult to replicate in practice mode. I can't really replicate it, but I've had Lars go under Kazuya's down forward 2 before with silent entry 2. I just think that there are a lot of complaints about this game right now. It is absolutely in shit condition at the moment, and everybody is giving their 2 cents and complaining and saying the same fucking thing, and yet we're still suffering from the same issue. So, are you listening to the feedback, Bamco? Or are you just saying you are and then making whatever fucking game you want? Because this game is gonna die if you don't fucking pull up the bootstraps and listen to your fucking audience, because you're being an idiot right now. Who did I main in Tekken 3? I was a Jin and Heihachi main in Tekken 3. Because Jin was a Mishima back then. So that was when Jin was sick. It was basically Devil Jin. That's basically who he was back then. Devil Jin in Tekken 5 came in to replace the Jin that we lost in Tekken 4. We basically had Devil Jin in Tekken 3 and Tag Tournament 1. We got Jin in Tekken 4. And then Devil Jin came back in Tekken 5. That's how I look at that. Because I don't feel like Jin was Jin in Tekken 3 or Tag 1. He felt more like Devil Jin. Do I think Tekken 8 is the worst Tekken? No. I think Tekken 8 is the best Tekken. Because of the potential that this game has. It has so much potential to be amazing. This could easily be the greatest fighting game ever made. And they're fucking it up. The worst Tekken to me was Tekken Tag Tournament 2, because it was just... It almost killed the franchise, and it was far too overcomplicated for what it was. I love Tekken 8. I just hate the direction they're putting it in. Potential does not equal best. The devs not being able to capitalize on this opportunity removes it from the best ever conversation. Well, we haven't... Here's the thing. Here's why I'm holding out hope for the devs. Because every single Tekken game before Tekken 8, every single one from 1994 to 2015, when Tekken 7 debuted in arcades, every single Tekken had a arcade release. And they had about a year to 2 years to listen to the feedback of the community from the players that were playing the game specifically in arcades. And then they would correct all the issues as best they possibly could, and then they would release the game on console. And that's where everybody else got their hands on the game. So, Elgin Hood, I'm actually a voice actor. That's actually my job. So, thanks. I appreciate that, man. But that's the thing, right? Tekken 8 did not get an arcade release. We went straight to consoles with this game. That's why it's so fucked up. That's why it's so broken. Right? They didn't have... They threw this game out without really doing the majority of game testing that comes with the community giving their feedback from testing it in arcades. That got completely missed with this release. So, I can't 100% blame the devs for how the game turned out, but I can blame them for not listening to the feedback and not fixing the issues sooner, because we have had not only feedback from arcade goers now, like the pro players that played this in arcade in Japan and South Korea and all that shit. No, not just those people. We have had feedback from every single person who has a game console all across the world, who reports to Reddit and Discord and YouTube comments. We have more YouTube content creators for Tekken now than we ever had in the past. We have a fuck ton of information out there. And yes, there's a lot of information to sift through, so that could be causing some issues for the developers there. But not in this instance, because the issues are all the same. Every player bitching about this game right now is bitching about the same fucking thing. So why it's taking them so long to fix it, I have no fucking clue. And I'm giving them shit for that reason. But I don't think Tekken 8 is a shit game because it's still so busted when it hasn't even been out for a year and a half yet. Right? Tekken 7 in arcades in 2015 to 2017 was ass. It was more broken than this. So I'm taking it easy on them. I just don't like that they're not listening to the fans. And the fact that they outright lied to us with the Season 2 release, I mean, I'm still getting over that. You know, oh, we're going to really fix defense. We're going to buff the shit out of defense this patch. What did you do? You got rid of Oki, and you buffed the fuck out of offense. So how's that fixing defense? They lied. They straight up lied, and they apologized for lying. That's cool, I guess. Tekken 5 was great, yeah, but Tekken 5 was more broken than this game. So, believe it or not, the original Tekken 5, the one that we got on PlayStation 2, was more busted than this Tekken. It's crazy. And then they fixed it. They gave us Tekken 5.1 in arcades after that, and then they gave us Tekken 5 DR, and that was a very, very balanced fighting game. Holy shit, Tekken 5 DR is still one of my favorites to this day. Tekken 5 DR and Tekken 7, phenomenal games. Perfect fucking fighting games. The emergency patch is a great step in the right direction. It's just that it should have been more. For how long that they took to get that patch out? They took 2 weeks, pretty much. They had 2 weeks to go over all the major changes, and they didn't fix 80% of the problems that people are still complaining about. So, it shouldn't take you 2 fucking weeks to fix this shit, man. When you've got all this feedback from all over the world. Just get people like Speedkicks and washed up pros to consult for Namco. They can influence the balance team solved. Well, yeah, them and content creators, I think, should also have a hold on the balance and how that's going to work. Because we play this game all the fucking time. We've got a lot of insight. We have experience with a lot of characters. We can tell you all the bullshit that's going on. Certain things that shouldn't exist. And we have gameplay footage that we can take to show exactly why these are problems. Like Lars being able to turn around from back turned with a move that just automatically realigns him. Full 180-degree turn into offense. It's never been a thing in Tekken, in the history of Tekken, and now it's a thing. I guess Lars has that ability. Mrs. Play Stuff, yeah. Fuck. Lisa was given constructive feedback saying that this is a product. We have the right to bitch about a product that we spent our hard-earned money on and give constructive criticism, especially when you're asking for it, and she gets blocked on fucking Twitter. Sad, man. It's just pathetic. That's little man syndrome. Like, you deserve a good fucking smoke in the face, man. Like, that's the mentality of somebody that's never gotten their ass kicked in their life. You don't know what it's like to get your ass kicked, so you're not worried about getting your ass kicked, because you don't know that getting punched in the face over and over again actually hurts a lot. So you're gonna run your fucking mouth because
no one's gonna punch me in the face. That's illegal. I'm gonna sue them.
So one of these days, you're gonna fucking say the wrong thing to the wrong person or do the wrong thing to the wrong person, and the legal repercussions are gonna be the last thing on that person's mind. So you should keep that shit in mind yourself. It's not only that A is very strong, so we give B to Z the same tools. It's also that they are removing legacy tech, game plan, and dumbing down the game, like when they removed the shit with Leo just now of being able to sidestep left after back one before the back 1-4 hits. Before that, the knee hits, you can sidestep the knee after blocking the one, or the back one. Bullshit. They've removed that. So now you just have to block the string and hold it, and now you're -9, and now you have to block again and hold the next follow-up. And what if she's plus on block again after that? You gotta block and hold the next follow-up on top of that. And you're just guessing the whole time. All because they've removed counterplay that was actually very difficult to do. Stupid fucking reasoning. Stupid shit. They didn't even fucking say why they removed counter. Well, no, that's not true. In the patch notes, they straight up said, oh, we've noticed that this character in the past had a history of being weak to this shit, so we've given them this thing to mitigate the fact that they're weak to this shit. Well, the fact that they're weak to this shit is what made the character interesting, you fucking moron. Oh, we've noticed that Kazuya is weak to sidestep left, so to mitigate that weakness, we have given Kazuya a safe, fast, homing mid with good range that he can just throw out any fucking time he wants to prevent people from sidestepping Kazuya, and therefore we've gotten rid of Kazuya's weakness. Awesome. Fuck you. You have ruined my favorite fighting game character in all of time, because why? For what reason? Because you don't have a fucking clue how this game is supposed to work. You got some fucking morons on the balancing team that have never even played a moment of Tekken, and they're balancing this shit. She's still a bit salty in the Discord. We laugh about it, though. I don't blame her for being fucking salty about that. Lisa got fucked over by Murray for no goddamn reason. That was not justified. She got blocked because he's a bitch. And I was defending that guy. I was saying Murray is our friend. Not that long ago, I was like, Murray's our friend. He wants to fucking critique this game and report back to the developers and give his 2 cents, and he's basically a player. He's basically just one of us, right? He's giving his feedback to the team so that they can fix the problems. That's his job right now. And if he isn't operating his Twitter, then I retract my statement. He's not a bitch. But I'm pretty damn sure, like 99% positive, that Murray and Harada both, they are both in charge of their own Twitters, right? I'm sure that they have people helping them out with other social media shit, but I'm pretty positive that they are the ones that run their personal Twitters. I know that a lot of celebrities and high-end people like that with lots of followers have people that operate their Twitter for them. So it could be that possibility. Maybe the person who is operating Michael Murray's Twitter blocked Lisa because reasons. That guy's a moron. But in that case, Michael Murray's not. All opinions expressed are my own on his Twitter. Oh, okay, so then there you go. So we can just say, fuck it. He's the one that blocked her. Alright, well, so much for the benefit of the doubt. Don't ask me for shit. Yeah, that's already... It was funny, and now it's like... That's just a distasteful thing to say now. It was funny. And now you're just a bitch. Don't ask us for money then, bitch, if you're not gonna let us ask for shit. I spent 150 goddamn dollars on this game. I feel like I'm entitled to the game working the way I fucking wanted it to when I bought the damn thing. I haven't received that product yet. I'm still waiting on my product that I paid for. Where the fuck is my Tekken? I paid 150 bucks. I haven't played a single moment of Tekken since the beginning of this fucking game. How come there are some players saying Tekken 7 was way harder to rank up? That's probably because they were talking about Tekken 7 compared to Season 1. Tekken 7 was way harder to rank up compared to Season 1. Tekken 8 is way harder to rank up compared to Tekken 7 when it comes to Season 2, specifically. Because the ranking system is just... It's the way it should be, but it's fucking hardcore, right? And then the characters are all broken to shit. So, two big reasons as to why it's difficult to rank up. But even then, even if the characters all got fixed and you know, there were some strong ones, some kind of weak ones, but everybody was more or less around the same level of strength, properly fucking balanced, you know, like a fighting game should be. Even then, ranked would still be crazy hard to rank up because the system is hardcore, man. It's an investment now. You're a shareholder. Yeah, everybody who bought this game is a shareholder and deserves a say now. Alright, one more message I'll read before I head out. I told my friend before they made a statement that I will only accept their apology if they do a proper professional apology, like in the extreme apology video. Not gonna lie, they should beg for forgiveness. They fucked up, and that's that. They didn't just fuck up, they straight up lied to the community. They did apologize, but you're right. It was a written apology on their website, in front of the patch notes. Cool. We could use a little more than that. Like, I don't know, free season pass for all characters for every single person on the planet for Season 2? That would be cool. And anybody who already bought the season pass, like my fucking dumb ass, refund. Give me my $40 back. But no, they're not gonna do that because they're dicks.